There's nothing really more soul-crushing than something you loved from your childhood not living up to that expectation. Sure, there's probably other things like, you know, war and poverty and beheadings, but for me, it's a childhood cartoon not living up to the standards that I have bestowed upon it through nostalgic haze of member berries. And that's kind of the case with Beast Wars. Released in 1996, I never got to watch a ton of the show growing up. It was more or less I had a lot of the toys, especially like the McDonald's Beast Wars toys. And so I've always had like a fond memory of that. I think there's a video game of it too. It's like maybe like a fighting game or something, or am I like confusing that with Primal Rage? I don't know. But regardless, I always had fond memories of Beast Wars because it was Transformers, but animals. So it's cooler. Like, who doesn't like animals over cars? So when I was in Half Price Books and I found 2 VHS copies of Beast Wars on VHS tape, obviously, I guess, I had to pick them up because I was like, all right, cool, it's time to relive childhood. Now, going into these, I thought these were actually like movies, because they have a runtime of like an hour and 45 minutes. One of them's even like a feature-length adventure. No, these are collections of episodes from the show, and they have no rhyme or reason, really. I guess with Beastie's Escape, the theme is they escape from something. I guess that's what the theme is. But for the other one, like, I guess it's just episodes that run up to an hour 45, and they were like, yep, we can ship this off. Now, the Beast Wars feature film, if you will, is 5 episodes basically smushed together where we get kind of introduced to what's going on in the story. The story is basically when the Autobots and the Decepticons are fighting in space, they crash land on this planet where they use their scan that they normally like pick up cards and stuff to find their fursonas, if you will. This is a bunch of furries. That planet, though, happens to be an abundance of... Yo, what's up? What it do? Yeah, happy 4th of July, Darius. White Lotus, Raging Bull, Darius. What's up, guys? Let me fix my face real quick. So Bull, I got your Discord messages and suggestions a little late. I've actually pretty much, since I said what time I'd be streaming, I've been out mowing. So I've I haven't really been at the computer or Discord, so I just now saw those. So I'm just gonna run this list as is right now, and then we can always change it or come back to it later if we want to. But for those who don't know, this deck was submitted by Raging Bull. Round of applause for Bull. As on our Discord community. If you want to join the Discord community, it's only $1 a month. And there's a link in the description to become a member. With that membership, you get access to the Discord community-only Discord server, members-only Discord server, where there is a plethora of sweet Pauper deck lists in there for y'all to check out, and also doing some other things in there such as like polls and stuff. And then you get the custom emotes and everything like that for $1 a month. You know what I mean? But anyway, all good. Use the suggestion list as a change it up guide. This one certainly still went 7-0, then lost twice in a row to Lotus. Yeah, so Bull submitted this one. While I was out mowing, they made a couple change suggestions. One was replacing Iron Apprentice with... Hold, please. I'm pulled up on the Discord server. With Enduring Bond Warden. So that's a card we could bring in. It kind of does the same thing as Iron Apprentice, but it is a little bit different. But the thing is we don't have a lot of white sources right now. And also, Raging Bull had a mono green version of this deck as well. So those are definitely 2 different things we can try out as well and just see what's going on. But what do we have going on with this deck? Well, we are a aggro Proliferate deck. And Bull, if you want to give me some pointers along the way, I am more than happy to take every ounce of suggestion. But, so what we got going on here? Well, we have 17 forests in the deck and 3 Selesnya Sanctuaries in the deck. Just as a heads up, Bull, the list that you have in the Discord is 63 cards main deck. So what I did was I trimmed 2 lands and a Lead the Stampede, just as a heads up. And then we have 3 Selesnya Sanctuaries, because we do have a little bit of access to white. Not much, but a little bit. So we have our little chump dorks in Iron Apprentice, Servant on the Scale. These 2 cards are, when they die, they enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. When they die, you can move that +1/+1 counter onto another target creature. And then you also have Placid Rottentail, which is a card I've just enjoyed the artwork of ever since we looked at it in the past. It is a 1/1 for 1 Vigilance that has tap 3, exile it from your graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Activate is only a sorcery. I wish it was instant speed, but it is what it is. We also have Dust Shell Crawler, which is a 1-drop 0/3 that I've played before in the past and really enjoyed this card. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Each creature with a +1/+1 counter on it also has trample, so that's pretty nice. We also have Pollen Bright Druid, which I just like the artwork of this card a lot. Enters the battlefield, you choose one, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or Proliferate. So obviously, you're starting to see we're going to have a bunch of +1/+1 counters. We're going to use Proliferate to make everything hopefully big and ginormous. His original list had 69 cards in it. Holy smokes. Down 1, Vorak. Up 1, Lead the Stampede. The card draw is super relevant. Okay. 1 Vorak. So you're saying down 1 Vorak, up 1, Lead the Stampede. Can do, my dude. Then we also have Travel Preparations. Oh, again, I wish this was instant speed, but put a +1/+1 counter up to 2 target creatures. But it also has flashback. I think 4 lead is necessary for sure. Okay. I wish you could see the chat on my end. For some reason, that dumb, stupid little hotbar emotes literally just covers up whatever like the 3rd or 4th word is. And it doesn't matter how much I stretch out chat either. It's just there. Can I make chat? Okay, even if I make it shorter, it doesn't do anything. Then we also have Thirsting Roots, which we could look for a basic if need be, but mainly just here to proliferate. We also have Adaptive Spore Singer, which this artwork is just wild on this thing. It is a 3-drop 2/2 with Vigilance that when it enters the battlefield, you get to choose one. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains Vigilance in a turn, or Proliferate. So could potentially give us the trample damage pump spell if need be, but the Proliferate is probably the most important part. Contagious Vorak, which this artwork is wild too. This is a 3/3 for 3 that when it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them and then put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in order. If you didn't put a card in your hand this way, Proliferate. So another Proliferate target, Lead to Stampede to refill your hand with creatures, and then Bloom Hulk, another just this is like the deck of Wicked Artlands, right? Like the art in these and this whole deck is just wicked cool. Bloom Hulk, which is a 4-drop 4/4 enters the battlefield, Proliferate. So that's what we're doing in our deck. We're giving everything a bunch of +1/+1 counters and then proliferating to try to achieve that like Hardened Scales-esque effect. Along with kind of having some like modular, abilities here. One piece of note is Bull did say if we want to go Rottentail over Iron Apprentice or Servant first. So just something worth note. Sideboard wise, we have Fairy Macabre for Graveyard Hate, Snakeskin Veil for like heavy removal decks, Mass Vandal for the artifact enchantment matchups, Travel Preparations. I am a little curious, Bull, if you're in here, why do we have 2 copies of Travel Preparations in the sideboard? What are we bringing that in for? Just curious. Is it to like outgrow our opponent's stuff maybe? And then Carnivorous Canopy, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature worth flying. If that permanent's mana value is 3 or less, proliferate. So we can bring this in against faeries. We can bring this in against any kind of artifact or enchantment deck too. But yeah, I am curious to like why the 2 travel preparations are in the sideboard. But any bedoozle, let's get into some games. I'm excited about this one. This deck seems fun. Really excited about it. If the lead Stampede is too slow for the matchup, you just swap them out for the Snakeskin and the other 2 pump spells. Oh, okay. So just to like speed the deck up. It's kind of cool. I got you. Also, Darius. about the late night streams. I'll probably, when I stream on the weekend, it will probably be later at night. And then today was just a day. You know what I mean? So I streamed at night because that's when I could stream. Um, I think this is a keep. Seems okay. So for the most part, it'll be in the morning when I stream, but it also just depends on, you know, when I can. We're gonna be too slow to Swift Spear. Snap keep. Servant. Honestly, I don't mind later streams. Nice way to relax. Yeah, the problem is I work nights, so normally I can't do it. You know, if I got to choose, personally, I would stream later at night. Um, I think, but can't. So hope it's Kadatha version. I don't think it is. I think this is the Pinger version. If it was a Kadatha version, I'd feel a little bit better, but bad matchup too fast. That's what I was thinking. I hate this mono red burn deck. I wish people could playing it. I don't get why you play it in practice queues. I really don't. I guess maybe to see the lines with it. You know, what hands do you keep? What hands don't you keep? That kind of thing. Which makes sense, you know. Let's play Pollen Bright, maybe. Blasphemy. I know Lotus is a big burn player. I find the deck super annoying to play against, personally. I honestly, like, I think if we just got rid of Swift Spear, I'd like it better. I've come around to where, like, I really liked Swift Spear at first because I like Swift Spear as a card. But the more I play, against it, the more I kind of hate it because I like. Jesus Christ. I like. So they might be the Kadatha version because they have Galblast too. It's certainly tough to see in practice games, right? Um, what was I trying to say? But like the more I play against it and stuff, the more I'm like, I think Swift Spear is just too much for the format. It's just too fast. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We're down to. I'm just gonna concede. Let's just go to game 2. We don't have any Crappadoo. We don't have any life gain in our deck. Oh, I'm gonna do what Bull said. We're gonna go down the Snakeskin, the preparations. I'm gonna go down the lead the Stampedes for the travel preparations and Snakeskin Veil. Completely runs over aggro. Get rid of lead the Stampede for this match. Yeah, that's what I was kind of figuring. But yeah, that's like my problem is hey wait. Hey Bull. Bull and Lotus. No, Lotus is still black. Bull and Darius's badges have turned blue. Does that mean you're 2? You're on month 2 of membership? That'd be wild. Keep. Wish Orion Reef the Vastwood was common. That would make this deck tick. I don't know what that card is. I'm gonna do Rotten Tail here. Yield through turn. Yes, sir. That's awesome. Month 2 Lotus will be in a day or two. That's awesome. You guys are the best. I didn't get like a my avatar needs to be permanently red. um, I need like I remember quit killing my shit. Um, okay. Trying to think here. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't get like a notification that you guys renewed for another month. That's really weird. Maybe it only does it like if you did it while I'm live, maybe. But anyway, so this quit doing this shit to our stuff, man. Knock it off, pepperoni MTG. What was I saying? Let's do Dust Shell. Yeah, Rotten Tail is not what you want to bolt. Yeah, it feels kind of silly. Um, aha! We got the dreaded 1/4 onto the field now. What are you gonna do about that? But yeah, I think Swift Spear is just like too aggressive for the format. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Um, it's a land that reads in the battlefield tapped. Tap a green. Sure. Tap. Add a green. Put a +1/+1 counter each green creature that entered this turn. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be really good. That'd be really, really good. Can we get that, please? Rookie burn player. Yeah, if you play burn, I don't like the idea of just putting all the burn damage to face. Dust Shell manhandles this solo, pump it all the way. That's what I'm going to try to do. If they attack into this, I'm just going to take it. Okay, cool. This turn go Rotten Tail ability. Okay. Well, should I? Should I go Rotten Tail ability? My reasoning is because it's up to put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Never mind. Just play the other Selesnya Sanctuary. And then we're just... Do we attack here? In order to play other Selesnya land. I think he may be Kodatha. I think so too. Once I saw the Gal Blast, I kind of changed my mind. That would be too good. No, it's a separate ability. Oh, that would be really good though. Do I want to attack here? Do 2. This might be a greedy attack. Just pro-life all the way from here. No need to attack until the board state is there. I immediately go for the attack. Well, if we proliferate once more, then that'll be pretty good. They're Kadatha and Ping. They're a mixture of both. That's interesting. Double Flame Breath, sure. Because you can Vorik that counter on Vorik, then proliferate. Hold on, what? Because you can Vorik, then counter on Vorik, then Pollen Bright. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library and reveal, put the rest on the bottom of your library if you didn't. This way, proliferate. How do I put a +1/+1 counter on the Vorik? Vorak. Oh, you put it on with the proliferate with Vorak, then Pollen Bright Vorak. Get it out of bolt range? Yeah, probably should. No. So Pollen Bright, put a counter on Vorak. I'm going to yield through turn, and then we can start attacking when we Bloom Hulk, maybe. The next turn we Bloom Hulk. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what me thinking here. Ren resolve. Get ping for a bunch. They get a reckless impulse on a mountain. So they can go mountain reckless impulse. You need like a savage swipe. You know? This Bloom Hulk's gonna be cool though. Too bad it didn't have a counter on itself, you know? The key is not attacking with Dust Shell because it's such a tough boy. Well, the problem is we're gonna have to start attacking or else we're gonna lose the game. Especially with like fucking lava dart. So 4, 6, 5. These two cards are 11 damage. I hate this deck. I hate this deck so much. And you can't jump with Palm Bite because of Lava Dart. Yep. Adaptive Spore Singer, though? We probably have this game locked up with just the double Kessig Flame Breather, though. I'm gonna adaptive Spore Singer here and not proliferate, but instead give the Contagious Vorak Vigilance. Because you get a counter on the creature. Too late. The problem is I think we're just gonna be dead here. Let's go what you did, pump it, etc. Yeah. The problem is I think this burn deck, we don't have any life gain in the deck. We don't have a way to remove creatures. So this feels like a bad matchup. We would have been dead by now, by the way. The opponent isn't even trying to play around Weather the Storm. He's just throwing grenades. Yeah. We probably need Weather the Storm in the sideboard, honestly. They get another synthesizer. So are we just dead here? Most recommended Savage Swipe. Yeah, Savage Swipe or like, I don't know, something. Because this feels like a bad matchup. And I don't feel like we want to have a bad matchup against the best deck in the format. We're probably just dead here, though. Honestly. Just because of the double Kessig Flame Breathers. Man, I really wish we had Weather the Storm. They just get a Great Furnace. They still have 2 cards in hand, though. Another Swift Spear. Okay. Kessig's more important than Swifty. Yep. A lot more. I would have loved the way this Pollen Bright Druid once. So that way I had less blockers. That's just me though. This is rough. Yeah, this I hate this deck. I hate the Spurn deck so much. Is that the last card can't be Fire Blast, or else they would have used it by now. Um, Trouble Snout is out, is a band-aid, but yeah, weather and side is better because the cards we sided in. Yeah, I mean, we might be able to get there though. Proliferate. I think we still got there though. GG this game. I think you won the game unless he had a Fire Blast. Yeah, and if he would have had a Fire Blast, he'd just be a real dick if he slow rolled it this long. You know what I mean? They lost on that Alpha Strike. They should have held the Flame Breaths back. Well, I think we just run it back the way it is and just hope they don't have another turn 1 Swift Spear. Like they did game 1. But still got there. I think our opponent played really poorly. I think they had that game in lock. Even with them sending as much fire to our creatures to kill them, which was obnoxious. If they wouldn't have Alpha Strike there, they would have won the game. Yeah, with no life gain in sideboard. Sorry, weather is definitely what you want. No worries. He needs to enroll in the Lotus School of Burn. I need to, because I have like a 0-7 record with that burn deck. I'm good with mono black burn. I'm good with madness burn, but when it comes to just straight up mono red burn, oh, I'm bad. Skip your turn. Haha. Well, I hope you didn't have a turn 1 Swift Spear, because you done goofed. You done goofed. I'm probably going to play the double Servant next turn over the Iron Apprentice. Just because of like cast into fire, if that's a thing our opponent has and wants to do. Flame Breather, beautiful hand. Yeah, if I can get that third land for the Vorak, okay. Yeah, Bomb Beetle is better than Iron Apprentice. Hold on, what's Bomb Beetle? I didn't look that one up. I saw that in your mono green. Excuse me. When Bomb Beetle enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Well, I like Iron Apprentice more because it moves it around. It's just cast into fire is really good. So it's like, you know what I mean? That's why I kind of like the white critter, because he kind of has the same effect as Servant of the Scale. I think the effect to move the counters onto another creature when it dies is better than the other thing. Now I'm debating if I want to Iron Apprentice here or just double up, or just Vorik here. Part of me wants to double Iron Apprentice here. Yeah, the White Creeper is absolutely the best in Lemongrass with few white sources. Yeah, yeah. If we had more white sources, it'd be awesome. Bond Beetle, you can utility pump another creature mid to late game. That is true. So we double Iron Apprentice here. We can hold up Snakeskin Veil or something. And then we could potentially pump a bunch of stuff next turn. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Although this double flame breather, we're in dangerous territory here. For sure. Even if we had like life link or something, like just something. Maybe we'll look at the sideboard. I definitely like having Snakeskin Veil on the sideboard though, for what we're doing. You know what I mean? It makes perfect sense. We just need something to kind of pad. That's the thing too, is like we don't need the most insane Weather the Storm. We just need like pad against this burn deck. They're gonna lose a Rin Resolve, which is cool, I think. Maybe. Drop the second synth. Don't drop the second synth? What do you mean? Gal Blast to our face. That's why I like Truffle Snout. I mean, it could be. Could be good. Are you saying to our opponent, don't drop the second one? Would have liked another land there. Part of me wants to just take another land from this, but we need to proliferate. Or possibly Colossal Badger, just high CMC, good card adventure effect. I think, honestly, probably just Weather the Storm. It's so cheap. You know what I mean? If we can get another land, we can Bloom Hulk, which would be really good for us. Well, we got to survive this turn, which seems super unlikely. You attack with Rotten Tail because... Ah, that's right. I keep wanting to like hold back Rotten Tail as like a blocker, but you're totally right. If they would have blocked that and went in the graveyard, we can pump. Oh, you're totally right. This is probably just game though. I mean, that's literally a Goblin Grenade. So there's no. They have 3 cards in hand. There's no way they don't have the kill here. No way. No shot. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, if we got rid of the travel, GG's. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the extra travels, and I'm gonna go down. Man, I like Carnivorous Canopy. I want to go down 2 Carnivorous Canopies here. Let's try that. Gotta work the sideboard for the matchup. Yeah, well, burn being so prevalent, we gotta have a sideboard for burn. So I want to try that. We already have some good artifact and enchantment removal and mass vandal. So the Carnivorous Canopy is really just coming in for like the Fae matchup in a way. Okay. It's not the most exciting hand, but I'll keep it. Canopy is great for Fae and other flyers. I mean, yeah, definitely. Why are we running Karoo lands? Because we have the flashback white source. And we're only running 3 of them. I mean, yeah, the Carnivorous Canopy definitely feels like a good card, but I'm just it could be something we go down to like 3 weather the storms and then go up another canopy if we want it. But for right now, that's what I'm gonna. It's where I'm gonna put it. I didn't realize this, but I should have done this beforehand. I was thinking that was first off. I was thinking Thirsting Roots was a instant speed sorcery. I mean, instant speed sorcery, instant speed spell, and I was gonna do it in response to like a Gal Blast, but I guess that's not what that card does. So my bad. Snapkeep Crew could be something else like Blossoming Sands, etc. Or you could run 4 Blossoming Sands and 4 Selesnya Campus Land. Yeah. To run Journey and White Modular Creature in the main. Yeah, if we started to switch more to Selesnya, I would definitely probably put it in over the Iron Apprentice. But also, like, I don't know if you want to go like too many tap lands, because I feel like this is a deck you want to be on the ground out the door really quick. So I kind of like just having a splash. Proliferate. Right, Selesnya too slow. That's just my concern, is it would be too slow. I mean, you could do something like put in abundant growth or something, but you know what I mean. It's one of the things I loved about mono green aggro was it was just so quick. Like if you had a good hand, you could just go like land into burning tree. You know what I mean? Card Clan gonna need to put in the overtime, or they'll get overrun. Really? I mean, they can't Mirror Enforcer quite yet. I shouldn't open my mouth, but quite yet. Are they trying? They're trying to get to Mirror Enforcer, I feel like, right? Come on, another Proliferate creature. You could also run more removal and less land. Less lead the Stampede. Oh, come on. We need to lead the Stampede right now. That's what we need. With Selesnya, I mean? Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should have some cycle lands. Could also just try to run a bunch of basics. You have the Thirsting Roots, right? Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Then you could also just run like Ash Barrens. You know what I mean? I'm gonna attack here because they have to block an Iron Apprentice to live. Reckoner's Bargain? Yeah, they could definitely have Reckoner's Bargain. Roots. Bloody roots. You're sure I didn't even think about that? Also, Barons is also goaded for that. True. Or are they gonna do Bolt? Sure. Abundant Growth is highly welcome. I mean, yeah, Abundant Growth is just like a redraw spell, right? Do they have another instant speed removal card? No. So now we just have a 6/6. Cast down. No Deadly Dispute. Now my brain is ticking. Let's go. Let's go. No. You suck. Another Mirror Enforcer. Sepultura. Yeah. Love them. Oh, I love the Max Cavalera era Sepultura. I'm not a big fan of post Max. But the Roots album is like, no joke, one of my all-time favorite albums. Roots. Bloody roots. Getting flooded. I guess maybe we don't keep the pressure on them because they have the blood fountains. So this is kind of a bad attack. But we're definitely getting flooded here. Bannerhide Kershuk is one of the side list recommendations. What is that? Again, another wicked artwork. Check that thing out. Trample, Reinforce, and Scavenge. I mean, yeah. Could be. It's not bad. Can we top deck any creature? Basically, the higher mana creatures with double abilities. I highly recommend checking out the list I sent soon. What one did you send? Kenku. Well, shit. Be a 9/9 with trample. 3, 7, 9. So they could block it. Just proliferate. The photo list in Discord DM. Yeah, the mono green. Is that what you're talking about? Because I looked at that right as soon as I was booting up to go live. It looks cool. Like I said, there's definitely like different ways you could build this deck. This feels like a deck that could have a couple different like shells you could build around it. Phantom Tiger is super evasive. Earthy and Arms pumps 2 counters for 2 mana and has ability late game. And Bond Beetle is there for an additional pump. Right on. Right on. Also really like Unbound Potential and Fencing Ace. If we were to take it Selesnya route, sideboard has Death Touch Pumper, Slaughterhorn for discard pump, Truffle Snout for pump for or life, etc. Damn. A lot going on here. Can we get a Lead the Stampede? They have Cast Down. Okay, Reckoner's Bargain. Makes sense because they can just Blood Fountain, pick back up their Mirror Enforcers. At some point, they gotta start attacking with this Mistvault Bridge, right? Two best decks in the format back to back. Damn right. It's the way we roll. That's how we test. Lead the Stampede would be an amazing draw. I would love to see when we get another land. Let's go, Rotten Tail. Get in there, boy. Turn off auto yields, please. I'm just going to make another 4/4, and that way if we get Proliferate, our creatures get even bigger. He didn't want the Rotten Tail smoke, right? They gotta find, like... There's a Galblast. I was like, they have to find a Galblast at some point, right? Good news is we have 1,000,000 sideboard cards for this matchup. Don't know how relevant some are going to be, but we got 1,000,000 of them. There, now they're getting in with that 3/3. About time. I mean, reality. Jeez, Pete's. Come on, brain. Lead to Stampede. The opponent's strategy is to... I don't even know what word that is. Plus a luminous for my liking. I don't know what that means. Our creatures are getting even bigger, baby. A 10/10 and a 6/6. Still can't attack quite yet. They have another blood fountain. How many blood fountains do they quit drawing blood fountains? All we need is like a lead to Stampede, or like Dust Shell Crawler would be absurd. For sure, check out the Core Shock though. Super huge upgrade to what we're doing here. 1 green for 2 counters, 5 GG for Scavenge plus 4 counters. That is very true. 3 blood fountain. Yeah. Well, I think they've 2 blood fountains, right? Yeah, that's just their second blood fountain. We can get like a lead the Stampede and dump out a bunch of stuff. That would be really good. We have 4 lead the Stampedes. We just can't find them in our deck. 4/4 body for green splash in a pinch. Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems good. What would you cut for it? Like in this deck, what would you cut? Or are you saying like the mono green deck's running better than this version? Okay, well, Makeshift Munitions puts a big clock on us here. Cut Bloomhulk? Bloomhulk does the proliferating, though. Don't we want the proliferating? Unfortunately, we're probably just dead. Haven't run the mono green yet, 4th of July and stuff. Understandable. Well, unfortunately, I mean, our creatures are huge, but... 1, 2... Yeah. We're dead to Makeshift Munitions next turn. Well, we'll bring in Carnivorous Canopy. We'll bring in Mass Vandal. And... probably Fairy Macabre. I'm going to go down the Bloom Hulks here. I'm also going to go down... Travel Preparations. Yeah, we definitely want Macabre to blink there. Canopy doesn't kill Indestructible Land. No, but Mass Vandal does, and Canopy kills the other ones, so... We gotta cut 4 things. This is hard. Opponent's affinity, right? This is hard. Hard to decide what we're cutting here. I'm gonna cut 2 Voroks. You think the Spore Singer? Okay, I'll cut 2 Voroks and 2 Spore Singers. Try it like that. Because we still have one... we still have quite a few Proliferate cards. Yeah, we'll try that. The only thing with Mass Vandal is we need a creature in the graveyard for it to work. Yeah, I'll keep this. We get that 3rd land. I'll feel pretty good about it. Crawler's the key to winning matches. It feels like it. Crawler was a sweet card. There's a deck I played not too long ago. I can't remember who suggested it. Probably you. That had Crawler in it. I was really impressed with Crawler. Cart Clan Shaman. Sure, whatever. Whatever did. What I would like to happen is I would like to get a 3rd land so we can start Carnivorous Canopying here. Wow. That's an interesting move. They must have a pretty good hand if they went on that route then. Spell Bomb? Sure. Top deck. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I know, that was surprising. He doesn't realize how far back he has set himself. I think he's fine. We need a land. Damn. Come on. Let's top deck a land. If we top deck a land, I'll probably just play... I don't know. We could Canopy away their Seed of the Snod. We don't get to Proliferate, though, which sucks. Yeah, I think they're fine. I don't think they needed that Great Furnace. Land. Damn. Yeah, they're fine. There we go. Alright. So we can Carnivorous Canopy away Mirror Enforcer. And then Blood Fountain. The problem is we don't have... Yeah, I'm just going to kill their Mirror Enforcer here. And then we can Fairy Macabre if they go to pop this Blood Fountain. And then we can Placid Rottentail onto Placid Rottentail, Thirsting Roots, or Vorok. I'd rather play Vorok than Placid Rottentail onto Vorok, but we'll have to see what our opponent does here. That's what I would rather do. We probably just play Contagious Vorok this turn. If they play another Mirror Enforcer, it's okay, I guess. I prefer if they didn't. Okay. Went from flooding to drought, right? I'm going to Vorok here, see if we can find another land, and then play Servant. That's what I'm going to do. I want another land really bad. I'd rather build a little bit of a board. But like also like I want to really badly next turn Placid Rottentail and Thirsting Roots. Is what I would like to do. Good line. Thank you. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying my hardest here, I promise. Have we been able to take a game away from both of the top decks? Like, didn't we take a game away from Burn, and haven't we taken... Are we on game 3 against Affinity? What about, Feldar Guardian? I think it's his name. Which one's that one? I'm not sure which one that one is. Is that the little dog that draws your card? Yes, sir. You've taken a game from each. Right on. Oh, that card. It's an uncommon? Did they get reprinted? Yeah, it's an uncommon. What's up, Sarah? Hey, hey, just got back from Tuesday night Pauper at my LGS. Awesome. How'd you do? What'd you play? Hope you had a good time. Yeah, share the dirty deeds. Deets. Cheesy Pete's. Can't speak. We want to know how you did, what you played. Please say burn. Nobody wants to play burn but you. So we could Placid Rottentail here. It sets up for a really nice Carnivorous Canopy. Or we could Carnivorous Canopy. I played Rally Gong. Unfortunately, I got beat by Slivers and Affinity. Uh, the Gong deck is really interesting. It's really weird. Um, so we're in a tough situation because I don't know if I want a Placid Rottentail, then Carnivorous the Mirror Enforcer next turn. Because that would make our Vorok a 5/5. And then I could also just Thirsting Roots this turn if I wanted to. Alright, I talked myself into this play. Relegong has some lines of play for sure. There's a cool Walls Initiate deck being played as well. That sounds interesting. Rotten Tail lets you attack. You son of a gun. That's super rude. Wow, I got that wrong. LMAOs. Scrounger Bandar? What's that? And pump with... Yeah, well, Snakeskin would have been clutch. It would have been. Well, let's just Thirsting Roots. I totally did not see that treasure, by the way. One of the guys was from Rome. He was here on vacation and came to our event. He was telling us about the Paupergeddon events in Italy. That's awesome. That'd be a cool thing to see. Guess we'll just pass. Was his name Mengucci? That'd be cool. Originally thought Fellow Guardian was. Oh. Scounging Bandar. Let's see what you is. I mean, it's a cat. It's a cat monkey. Enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters at the beginning of your upkeep. You may move any +1/+1 counters from it onto another target creature. That could be kind of cool. That's a pretty cool effect. We're definitely Carnivorous Canopying away this Mirror Enforcer next turn. They want to attack with Frogmite. I'm fine with chumping with Servant, trying to put the tokens on Placid Rottentail. I guess I should have just attacked with Placid Rottentail there, right? Nope. Get Fairy Macabre. Also worth noting, they have Nile Spellbomb that I've never even thought about either. For the Placid Rottentail. Where's our Mass Vandals? Can we just draw 3 turns in a row with Mass Vandal? Where's the Spellbomb pop? Sure. That makes our Mass Vandals really bad. Can we not? We'll draw Mass Vandal this time, I promise you. Okay, cool. Dustshell Crawler. Wish we drew some freaking Lead the Stampede. I know, right? Where they have been. My plan is to try to get this Dustshell Crawler out of the way here. So we could destroy one of their lands, and then our creatures block really well. We could also destroy their blood token, but they could just sack in a response. I'm gonna take a land away from them. Flaccid Rotten Tail and Cat Monkeys. Jesus Christ. Right. uh, oh, do you have another Gal Blast? Really? You suck. And I didn't proliferate. All right. Let's just go to another game. I screwed that up too much. Phantom Tiger and Cruise Shock are what I'm most excited for in the other list. Yeah, let me actually look up MTG Phantom Tiger. Would I go first? That was probably too early of a scoop, but I don't think we are going to win that game. Mulligan. Phantom Tiger comes into play with 2+1/+1 counters. If damage be dealt to Phantom Tiger, prevent that damage, remove +1/+1 counter. That is kind of interesting. That's for sure. Keep this hand. Let's bottom probably just the Bloom Hulk here. I would have kept that hand because of the 2 thirsting roots, but that's because it's I'm sloppy. Yeah. Feel it. Oh, we took a game away from Burn. We took a game away. Oh, and here we go. Faeries. One IV Elemental for in-game. What one's that one? It's a sloppy 7. Keep. IV Elemental. Oh, that definitely didn't pull up Magic the Gathering. There's Battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it. That's kind of cool. That could be a good Tron payoff card. Like, in all honesty, it could be. That could be a good Tron payoff card. Probably Ninja here. Yep. Ninja the Deep Dorks. Well, the good news is we can fire off both of these thirsting roots here. There's lead. Let's proliferate here. My waifu just said it's fucking islands. That's what you would say, honey. True. Well, that's why I like Kershaw. It's just an in-game 4 counter pump. True. I'll have to try it. I'm not gonna lead the Stampede here again. We have Placid Rottentail to block that Ninja the Deep. It was an argument for keeping back Dust Shellcrawler. I wish I had Vigilance. Card would be busted if I had Vigilance. Islands and mountains have a rough relationship. True. Fine with Rottentail dying here. Might be stuck on 2 mana. Fairy Seer. We need to think of a way to give it Vigilance. Cartouche Solidarity. That could be a card we do for sure. I'll leave the Stampede here. play another Rotten Tail. Nice 4-hit, right? I think I'm fine with just attacking here for another 2. Oh, Vapor Snag, really? It's lame. You're a lame opponent. He wants to put counter. He wants you to counter it now. Could have been worse. True. Another Rotten Tail. Counterspell. Sure. Whatever. I wish Ferdlid wasn't so slow. What is Ferdlid? Very Seer. Sure. Setting up spell setter. Oh, come on. Tired of our opponents always having it. Yeah, Ferdlid is too slow. Oh yeah, he's definitely got spell setter set up 100%. Well, that wasn't spell stutter sprite. All right, no spell stutter sprite. Deck is a lot more fun to play against tier 2 deck. Every deck is more fun to play against tier 2 decks. The tier 1 decks are boring. Boring and annoying. Um that's all I'm gonna do. It's the only block I'm gonna do. You have another mutagenic growth for the 1 millionth time. I want to adjust it to play against tier 1 decks. Fucking really? Every time? That is so obnoxious. Alright. Whatever, dude. Carnivorous Canopy comes in. We're gonna bring in Snakeskin Veil. And gonna go down. I like Bloomhulk here, honestly. Let's go down. Travel preparations, lead the Stampede, and a Paul and Bright Druid. I like that. This deck loses hard because the emotional attachment you build into creatures with +1/+1 counters. You work so hard to create something, and they destroy it with 1 or 2 mana removal spells. Fuck, true. Didn't realize I was 2 minutes behind. 2 minutes? You're 2 minutes behind the stream? Or like 2 minutes behind me, like in time. Mulligan. Okay, keep. I moved it. Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. Keep this. I'm going to bottom probably just Thirsting Roots. Wizard of the Coast needs to seriously downshift Autumn's Veil. I'm not sure what that card is. Not sure what that card is. Veil of Summer, maybe? That'd be cool. I'll be fine with that. Let me look up what Autumn's Veil is. Downshift Hardened Scales? Fuck yeah, let's go. Or Winding Constrictor. Spells you control can't be countered by blue or black spells this turn, and creatures you control can't be targets of blue. So yeah, it's basically Summer's Veil. Basically the same thing. Very Miscreant, sure. I guess they got a ninja here next turn, but the question is what ninja? I'd love to top deck a land so we can Dust Shell Crawler and Servant of the Scale. That'd be really cool. Moon Circuit's worse for us. Dang, I wish I was a land. Let's get in with Rotten Tail here. Ryan Borrower. Vapor Snag. This is annoying. Wizard of the Coast acts like they don't want green playable as primary color. Blue creatures, red creatures, white prevents and blinks, and green can't get Autumn's Veil. Yeah. Right? I've considered 1 or 2 generous cents. Good. Well, they have Spell Stutter Spikes. They're really thinking about it. They're really thinking about it. That's all I got, so. I'd rather do that than them Spell Stutter Sprite Dust Shell Crawler. I'd rather try to get 2 other bodies on the field. All right. Get in there, rotten tail. You rotten little thing, you. Mutagenic growth, your fairy miscreant. They want that dust shell. They understand the payoff, probably. Do they have the mutagenic growth? Nope. They have vapor snag here. Potentially, probably, more than likely. Relic, whatever, sure. not that scared off by relic. Time to rot and tell. Right. Cool. They could just have hard counter spell for this. Yep. Snap that off real quick, didn't they? They don't like this dust shell crawler, do they? Bonus down to 2 cards. I wonder if they brought in relic just because of the rotten tail. What are they going to scry with the fairy seer here? Both the bottom. Could be a good sign. Could be a terrifying sign. Land. I want a double spell. Land. Dang. Well, I can still double spell, I guess. Iron Apprentice here. Dust Cell Crawler. Like, come on, you're down to 2 cards in hand. You eventually got to run out of the nuts, right? Dust Shell, Converted Beast, and Ephemerate, right? Yes, they bluffed. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do it. You can't relic the Rotten Tail now. Oh well. Bye, Rotten Tail. I'm assuming this is a ninja. Go ninja, go. Yep. They play Fairy Miscreant here. That'd be cool, because then we can just proliferate. Fairy Seer comes back in. Yes, that's correct. That's a tier 1, I think, just how we speedrun to Converter Beast. We need some new tail. My bad. Let's drop you and proliferate a bunch. Brian Borrower. That's annoying. Sure. That seems silly. We have 1 card in hand. Again, I don't care about Relic. We're just going to try to proliferate again here. They're trying to draw cards. We have another ninja. Yep. Another ninja of the deep. All right, we took a game away from Faye. Um, run it back, I suppose. Well, we're at least taking games away from our opponents. We've yet to actually close out a win, but we have been taking games away from them. Got one from Faye. See, there's power here. There is power here for sure. Ooh, this hand. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna keep it. Reluctantly, keep it. This is probably a hand we should have mulliganed. Yep, definitely should have mulliganed it. One on top, one on bottom from Fairy Seer. I mean, we're gonna miss a turn two, but we have a nice like curve up. 4 has been a rough keep for me because flooding potential, but it does take 4 out of the deck, I guess. A game away from Faye keeps the burn players away. In comes in a ninja. We draw another land. Not cool. Shield through turn, I guess. Motherfucking land, right? Not gonna block here. Which does suck, but probably should have just attacked. Honestly, is what we probably should have done. They ditch a spell stutter sprite. How good is their hand? They're ditching spell stutter sprite. Don't worry, I have 3 more in my hand. Well, spell stutter sprite would be better than counter spell here for us personally. So another Iron Apprentice is cool though. Because if we Iron Apprentice again, well, they just spell stutter sprite it. We might just have a hard counter spell here. No. Just yield through turn. Could have Vapor Snag, which would be annoying, or Snap, but is what it is. I also hate Vapor Snag and Snap for when I'm playing Mono Black Sec, because it kind of does the same thing. They're kind of just baiting mutagenic growth here. Or Brine Borrower, I guess, is pretty good. Now they have the Vapor Snag or Snap. No. Okay. Spell Service right now. This is a card I would probably Spell Stutter Spray if they have it. They didn't. That one gets counterspelled. Maybe 2 Cycle Lands. Yeah, we'll probably bring in Cycle Lands, honestly. I'm not gonna block here. I mean, they have another ninja. They have another ninja. You know what I mean? Is what it is. We're gonna hopefully put in a 4/4. What we're hoping for. Stop deck like another Iron Apprentice or something before we play this. Well, flooding out a bit. That's for sure. Maybe 3. Okay, Spell Starter comes in for the chump block. Right? Maybe, maybe not. That's all I got, opponent. They're chumping the Iron Apprentice? That's interesting. Why wouldn't you chump the 6/6? Oh, probably Mutagenic Growth. Why wouldn't you play that on the attack? I don't know. Whatever. Singleton Cabin for life game, late game. My guess is they probably just have like bounce to our hand spells this turn, and we just lose. Yep. Dust Shell wins it? Yeah, Dust Shell would have been nice. Fairy Seer. One top, one bottom. They crush us for a lot here. In comes in the Quench. Let's top deck a Dusk Shell Crawler here. And them not have an answer. Okay, cool. And them not have an answer for it. They have an answer for this or Bloom Hulk, we lose. Alright. Alright. Let's fucking go. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. I figured that's what would happen anyway. Well, we've been close. We've been close most games, so that's something to think about. I'll keep this. I'm not in love with this hand, but I'll keep it. Oh! Terror. I saw the island. I was just like, I'm not playing fairies again. I would like to have fun tonight. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Oh yeah, definitely. The way she goes, boys. This meta is so healthy. I mean, it's not like the worst meta on the face of the planet, but top 4 meta decks in a row, pretty much. I mean, we're getting to put in a test, right? We've eked out a game against every one of them, so that's something worthwhile. It's also worthwhile that we can probably grow bigger than them. Double Lead the Stampede is gas. Oh yeah, we're just going to start firing off these Lead the Stampedes probably next turn. I don't have a real reason not to. Just to try to grow our board, go wide. Oh, Jeskai? Okay, never mind. This is interesting. It's Jeskai. It's Jeskai, folks. Oh joy. Probably just gonna Iron Apprentice here, and then Pollen Bright Druid for a Proliferate. Then we can start leading the Stampede. I mean, they're definitely saying they have counterspell, so I'd rather that get counterspelled than I would lead the Stampede, so. It was not Menguchi. Sad face. Mono blue Terror is favorable just because of Dust Elf Crawler. Jeskai is going to ruin your game. Oh yeah, probably. That's why everybody wants to ruin my game. I thought this would be Terror, but if it, I mean, Jeskai and Ephemerate, is that tier 1 now? Probably, right? Yes, it is. I would have fangirled so hard if it was Menguchi. Wouldn't we all? They peed in the freaking Cheerios yesterday. Big time? Yeah, no kidding. Kinku Artificer? Sure. Okay. I kind of like just the proliferating here, and then we can start trying to fire off the lead to Stampedes. So what I should have done was actually play Celestia Sanctuary this turn. Just be a nice guy. Give them their indestructible flying creature. Give them the counters. Yeah, you know what you did. All right. We lose the apprentice, but we now get a 4/4. So start firing off lead the Stampede this turn. Four vigilance. I know, right? Cleansing wildfire. Sure. That's right. We got ourselves a 4/4 vigilante here, but we don't want to attack into the 3/3 being up because obvious reasons. You think is it Terra be playable? 100%. Absolutely. Is it Terra is a deck? I mean, that is true. There is versions. Is it? I mean, Terra that's around that is it for sure? But is it really though? I will never not make that horrible pun. They have counterspell here, right? No. Kind of a weak lead the Stampede, but I've never heard it. Never heard it run or seen. Yes, it's Scred and Control, then Curve and Terror, some Delver, some Tamir Threshold, yeah. It's called Is It Snow Control. It's on the channel. That is true. Lotus has... I don't remember you playing Terror in that, though. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. I'm hoping our opponent doesn't have Snap in their deck. Yep, they have Snap in the deck. Lame sauce. No, maybe not. Definitely would have snapped if he had Snap. Are they just punt faking us here? Destroy evil. Okay. Why didn't they do... Unless they top deck that, why didn't they do that on their turn? I thought it was going to just be Is It Fae. I know they run Scred. True. Check it out after this, Darius. Well worth watch. A fantastic analysis of the deck and a great showcase of the capability it runs. It runs Crimson Fleet, Commodore, Terror, and Serpentine Curve. See, I remember Curve in the Commodore. Some decks cut Curve and run Bolus. Yeah, Lotus's videos, or anybody watching, Lotus's videos are great, by the way. Just so anybody knows. If you know, you know. But Lotus's videos are great, so super recommend. Um, let's proliferate. And let's lead the Stampede while they're tapped down. It's a great comedy channel. Can't play a land this turn. Especially the one from HBO. I will say, Lotus, your channel can be kind of hard to find because of that. The deck is operating the lead to Stampedes allowed us to keep it in card advantage this game. Yeah, having the lead to Stampedes have been pretty good. I mean, our opponent's down to 5, but they are main decking Destroy Evil, which is pretty obnoxious. Dawnbringer's Cleric's not that good, so imagine it's just gain 2. Next turn we can just proliferate a bunch. Just lead on Servant, then Thriving Roots and Adaptive Spore Singer. I'm considering Elven Farseek. Is that the like 3-drop? This seems like a greedy attack. Thought about naming the worst Magic player. The greatest worst Magic player. White Lotus is a cool name. It just kind of sucks. HBO kind of has it too. You know what I mean? It's a great name, especially considering like the back end of the game and stuff. What do they ephemerate? Kinku? Makes sense. I just put Pauper after it. Highly doubt HBO knows about Pauper. It's true. You just like White Lotus MTG Pauper, it should pop up. They're definitely presenting Counterspell here, which is annoying, but let's find out what happens here. Ice, tap target permanent. Okay. We'll just pass and lead for a wide swing next turn. Because if they ephemerate again off this ephemerate, Kinku's not a good target. So they got greedy and sort of Kinku locked themselves due to mana. True. You play Kinku too early and the artifact land can't attack or block because it's needed for other spells. True. Well, Mass Vandal definitely comes in for this matchup. I don't know if I bring in anything else. We can't quite punch in yet, and they just play good removal spells. I wish opponents would just quit interacting with what we're doing. You know what I mean? That'd be super nice. They have Destroy Evil too. So I wonder why they didn't take the 4/4 and took the 3/3. That's doable, called Solitaire, right? Because they just have all the Journey to Nowheres, I guess. That's super annoying. They take our 6/6. That's what I'm saying. It takes a toll on emotions when you lose a 7/7. It really does. I think there's too many. I think there's too much mana in this deck too. Um, If we attack with everything, they can just chump the Servant this turn. Rustveil kills the Vorok. Dawnbringer's Cleric blocks the Adaptive Spore Singer really well. Time to bring in 4 Moments Peace, 4 Tangle, right? I honestly wonder if Moments Peace isn't just outright better than Lead the Stampede. Probably not. I think Lead the Stampede is probably better. We want to refill our hand with aggro creatures. Yeah, I'm just debating if we block here. I mean, if we attack here, what happens? I'll tell you what happens. We'll figure it out. Are they going to block exactly the way I thought? If I don't see a goddamn cat monkey, I'm going to be highly disappointed. They haven't got it yet. Maybe next time. They blocked in a way that I find to be really strange. Because they lost 2 of their creatures when they could have kept 2 of them. Lightning Bolt. Other Vorok. Rude. Well, they're empty-handed. Well, I'll say, what do you have mana for? You're empty-handed. I wish there was a... Oh, come on. Starting to think there's too much mana in the deck. I wish there was a Prior Hydroblast variant for every color. True. Big time. I think there's too much mana. We either need cycle mana. We need something to do with our dead draws for land. I just think there's too much mana in the deck or something. Like we have 9 mana right now. Which is like, why? Why do we need this much? You know what I mean? Nice top deck. That was a very good top deck for our opponent. Kershock, LOL. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, come on. Vicious Typhoon. I don't know. We just need something like, you know what I mean? I feel like we get flooded a lot. I feel like you want 4 mana for sure. But at the same time, like, we just get flooded a bunch. What's up, Drew? I heard I heard you need more land. I do not. I do not. What's up, buddy? Archomancer. Okay, so I'm going to scoop to that. Archomancer Ephemerate loop just wins them the game. All right. Well, Fairy Macabre comes in. Mass Vandal comes in. Probably it. I think we can go down. What do we go down here? Maybe Travel Preparations can go down. Maybe cut a land. Yeah, I'm going to cut a land for sure. Actually, I'm going to cut the Karoo land. What's up, Joel? Ephemerate is so obnoxious in the meta, in my opinion. I fucking hate Ephemerate. I would love to see Ephemerate get banned. I hate that card. That's it. That's my number 1 in my like top 5 cards I want to see gone from the format. Ephemerate, Spellstutter Sprite is another super salt-inducing card. Swift Spear on turn 1. But I hate Ephemerate. I've hated Ephemerate forever. I've always hated that card. I've played it a few times, which I know goes against my code of ethics, but I fucking hate that card. I'll read comments in a second. I got to figure out what I'm cutting here. Let's cut I'm gonna cut 2 Bloom Hulks, and a lot of these cards I like. I like a lot of these cards a lot. I'm just going to cut out the Bloom Hulks and one Pollen Bright. Try that. It's OP. Cloud Shift is sufficient. The rebound effect is. That's the thing is like Ephemerate. I feel the same way about Ephemerate as I do some other cards where I want to keep this hand, but we should mulligan this. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna reluctantly keep this. Where the rebound just makes the card super obnoxious. If it didn't have rebound, I wouldn't be that like I'm not like annoyed about it. But having rebound is just so unnecessary. Ephemerate is not fun. Make them. Well, we're getting punished. We're getting punished for our greedy one land keep. Why did we cut the land out of this? This is all your fault, Lotus. I'm just kidding. Make them work for Ghostly Flicker if they want the effect. Yeah, well, that's the thing is like I don't mind Ephemerate if it just got rid of the rebound ability. I'm fine with it if it got rid of the rebound. The rebound is what breaks the card. I'm glad there's not a super powerful mono white flicker deck. I'm surprised there isn't. Can you swap a land for something like Avacyn's Pilgrim to get a creature and a mana? I mean, yeah, you could. You could go like a mana dork for sure in the deck. That's super obnoxious. Well, that one land hand we're getting punished for. I'm now thinking of your YouTube Shorts videos, lessons I never learn or something like that, right? I never learn my lesson. I never do. The stove is hot, but I touch it every time. That Cloud Shift IDK. Hey, see, look, it paid off. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Opponent missed land drop. They did. They did. Yeah, you could run a mana dork there, Drew, for sure. Telling you, Drew, get into Pauper. Telling you, man. Pauper's where it's at. That's Cloud Shift, IDKY. They don't just ban it. True. Yeah, but if you want to put in like a mana dork critter or something, definitely run something like that. If we top deck a land, we could Placid Rotten Tail onto Masked Vandal. Make a huge creature. Come on, let's see it. Let's see that top deck land. So we could do like a couple things here. We could Pollen Bright Druid, putting a counter on Pollen Bright Druid. We could Iron Apprentice, and then just double Proliferate. I'm taking a lot of ideas here. Abundant Growth, Ash Barrens, One Plains, Avacyn's Pilgrim, definitely. Deck needs 19 lands. It needs 19 lands and then me not keep a one-lander. If we Proliferate here, we could just play Pollen Bright Druid and make a 2/2 though, which I'm kind of a fan of. But I'm also kind of a fan of just playing Iron Apprentice. I'm going to play Pollen Bright and put a +1/+1 on it. I'm also fine, I think, with attacking here, because Masked Vandal just bounces off Dawnbringer's Cleric. If they want to kill Servant, we can put a counter on Masked Vandal, which makes Proliferate way better. Elvish Spirit Guide for like 0.5 land. Right? Deck needs 19.5 lands. I think there's a lot of power here. The Proliferate mechanic is pretty strong. Or a 2/4. You've been piloting this expertly, bro. These have been tough matches. Well, I'm glad that you think I've been playing it well. That's all I care about. I don't care if we lose every game as long as I feel like I'm playing okay, if that makes sense. You lightning bolt my critter. Land. Damn. Well, I mean, that makes this turn a little bit easier for what we're planning on doing here. There's no point to attack with Mass Vandal this turn, so I'm just gonna pass. It is worth noting that if we keep Mass Vandal under 4, they can't kill it with Destroy Evil, so you're knocking it out of the park. You've taken wins from all these meta decks. That is true. Not this one yet. We're in game 2. We did lose game 1. Would like to see land Q. Alright, so I'm just going to Adaptive Spore Singer here. Thanks, Bull. Have fun and happy 4th, Levi. Happy 4th to you too, buddy. Hope you had a good 4th of July. I know your dad was in town. Oh, how rude. Well. Unfortunately, it's in Destroy Evil range now, which really sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. You know? I don't know, your name was Levi? Yep. Yep. That's my first name. Also go by LR. The name Mix Slash came about because at the time of... Yep, there it is. So I figured would happen. You bastard. At the time of making the channel, if you rearrange the letters, it spells evil. I've been told that before, and it's absolutely true. We could Placid Rottentail. We could just Iron Apprentice. What's the spell? Live or live, depends on how you want to spell it. What do I want to do here? So if I Placid Rottentail, leaves us open to another Destroy Evil. Also, like a Lightning Bolt is pretty obnoxious. If we Iron Apprentice into Pollen Bright, we can get another 2/2 on the field. I'm gonna do that. They have Counterspell. They have Counterspell. It is what it is. And then we can lead the Stampede next turn, or we can just Placid Rottentail. I mean, I imagine they chump here, but it has Vigilance, so why not attack? But the name Mix Slash actually came back years ago, back in middle school when I first made my PSN account. I just mushed together at the time 2 of my favorite guitar players, Mick Thompson and Slash. So, name would be really different nowadays. If I did that same route, it'd be probably something stupid like like Pepper Weinstein or something dumb like that. I don't know. Let's try to lead the Stampede here. I will take everything. Nobody can pronounce my name correctly. You seem like a Derek. Lotus, is that your name? I love Slipknot. Cried the day Joey died. That was a very sad day. I was huge into Slipknot. Iowa is still to this day my shit. I love that album. Cut me up and fuck me up. Got me. Shit slaps, man. Yep, Mole Drifter here. Nope, it's Cthulhu, pronounced Clulu. Exactly way Lovecraft intended. Your name is not Cthulhu. First album's better in my opinion. Iowa's close second. I mean, don't get me wrong. Self-titled is really good too. But I to me, Iowa's my favorite. I'm also a big fan of Volume 3, which I know some people aren't like super duper crazy on. But I think Volume 3 is really solid. Iron Apprentice. Dust Shell Crawler. Put a counter on itself. I have no reason to do anything this turn, so I'm just going to pass. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Slipknot. Listened to him for a long time. And I found out about them as a kid through VH1's top 40 best metal songs of all things, you know. What are they going to get here with this Archermancer? Lightning Bolt. That's the thing, is like, do I want to Fairy Macabre this, or do I want to take Ephemerate with Fairy Macabre? I think I want to take Ephemerate with Fairy Macabre. I'm not that concerned about Lightning Bolt. It kills our Pollen Bright Druid pretty nicely, but it's going to have a hard time with Dust Shell Crawler. I like Self-Titled mainly for the drums, and just Eyeless itself being on the album makes it more. Eyeless is a great song. 100% agree to that. It's a great song. I want to hit their stupid Ephemerate is what I want. Ooh. Piece of candy. Proliferate. No attacks yet. Slipknot's eponymous album. Does that mean like their self-titled album? Wait and Bleed slaps on that one too, which I know was like one of their big hits, but a good song's a good song, you know what I mean? They're gonna pick back up Lightning Bolt. Troy Evil's Toughness. So they could kill our Dust Shell Crawler here. So this is probably actually Fairy Macabre worthy. If they pick up Destroy Evil to protect our Dust Shell Crawlers here. Got to wear my Slayer shirt from when I've seen them live for the first time in a while ago today. It stopped fitting 2 years ago. Well, congratulations on getting that back. Fucking Slayer! I've seen Slayer twice in my life. I caught them on the like their end of the run. You know what I mean? Where they're playing they tour with Behemoth, Lamb of God. We saw them on that one. Then I also saw them at Metal Festival one year. Slayer's very good live. Slayer's great live. Like stupendously good live. But Tatter and Torn is up there in my books. Tatter and Torn's pretty good too. There's a lot of good stuff on that first album for sure. Proliferate, Proliferate, Proliferate. Now I'm just going to attack. Lamb of God is good live. Hatebreed is made. I've not seen Hatebreed yet, but I would like to see them live at some point. Hey! Took a game from them. There's an argument for Carnivorous Canopy just to kill the Muldrifter, but I don't think it's a strong enough argument. I kind of like Snakeskin Veil to blink fire and Lightning Bolt, so I think that's actually worth bringing in. And I'm probably going to go down a... Let's go down a Pollen Bright Druid. Maybe not. Maybe. Let's go down a Thirsting... I'm going to go down 2 Thirsting Roots for a Snakeskin Veil. That's what I'm going to do. I agree. It was my first ever mosh pit. Nice. Slayer was your first ever mosh pit? Or Slipknot? Because Slayer, if that's your first ever mosh pit, that is a wild mosh pit. Slayer's had some of the most insane mosh pits I've ever seen. The Lamb of God mosh pit I was in was absurd, though. Slayer, that's awesome. The Lamb of God mosh pit was one of the craziest I've been in terms of like just the pure chaos of it. A7X and Pennywise were some of my favorite bands live. A7X was pretty decent live. Have you heard the new A7X album? I think it's horrendously bad. Like really bad. They shook. They did shake. Love Lamb of God. Haven't got seen them live yet. Oh, they're awesome live. Super recommend it if you can. I want to get this land down, but I think it's gonna be better if we play another Servant of the Scale and hold up Snakeskin Veil. So I'm gonna just attack first. They're definitely presenting counterspell here, so I'd rather like their counterspell not be on anything worthwhile. So made me fall in love with music, but my dad said the roughest he was in was Kiss. That'd be crazy. I don't believe it, but also like, you know what I mean? It's like maybe. I've never been a huge Kiss fan, personally. It's never been my favorite thing. I'm just gonna get this Sanctuary down. I'm just gonna leave up Snakeskin Veil so we don't get fired here. I guess we could just try to Dust Shell Crawler. So if we Dust Shell Crawl, no, I've made up my mind. I'm just gonna do this. Next turn we can Dust Shell Crawler and hold up Snakeskin Veil, which seems good. We could also lead the Stampede, but with us having as much creatures in our hand as we have, I want to wait for lead the Stampede. So let's just attack here. Dust Shell Crawler. You was at Grass Pop in Germany? That's awesome. There's so many better metal festivals in other countries than in the US. Like we have a couple big ones. But y'all overseas have like the best ones. Bro, have you ever listened to Heart or Mongoloids? I have not. Straight edge hardcore punk band formed in New Bed, Massachusetts in 2002. And Mongoloids, straight edge hardcore band. Yeah, I'll have to check them out. I'm not listening to them. Destroy Evil. Well, let's see. Can we blink it? Dude, if they double Destroy Evil here, that'd be awesome. Dispel, sure. I'm fine for 2 for 1-ing here, I guess. It's definitely annoying though. I like hardcore music like that. Metal, great. I just know more hardcore. I mean, I like some hardcore too, for sure. Really been enjoying The Who and Of Mice and Men recently. Of Mice and Men, I've never listened to, but The Who is awesome. I really enjoy them a lot. Their new album was really sweet. A lot of good bangers on that one. Well, we're out of the fire range, so Contagious Vorik is like a pretty good creature. Like it's pretty good. You get a 3/3 body that pumps everything on your field. Like it's pretty good. That's rude. Now we get a 7/7. I used to listen to a bunch of Periphery. Never listened to them really. I've been listening to a ton of Viagra Boys. Has become like one of my favorite bands here recently. Like I'm obsessed with their music. And then in terms of like metal, I'm assuming this is probably going to get countered. But in terms of like metal, like I've been huge into cool, it did not. I've been huge into Dope Throne and Weed Eater. Like I've been obsessed with those bands. Huge into them. It resolved, I know. It resolving I think was huge. I mean that's annoying, but is what it is. I mean we get to proliferate next turn hopefully. Wasn't expecting that to resolve me either. I thought for sure it was gonna get countered. Fire here is kind of a blowout for sure. Leaving up 2 blue is an act of aggression in a game all on its own. True. Smash the like button, Rotten Tails. Well, we're up to 12 likes. That's pretty good for my streams. If you're in a death metal, I highly recommend Kabali Ka, Texas. Slaughter to Prevail. I have not only I know them, I've actually worked with them. And Dead Label and Kabali Khan TX I would have to look up. Slaughter to Prevail. I used to run back when I was working. Let's see what happens here. It survived. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, we got there. Strands? I know, I was expecting something. We took down Jeskai and Ephemerate. That's what's up. That's what's up. We got there. Got the win. Kublai Khan is how you say it. I'm jealous you've gotten the chance to speak with them. I'd do anything to meet them. The drummer is crazy inspiration. Those guys I didn't really get to meet very much. So I was working a festival. I used to run lights for bands. And I was doing a festival that they were playing at, and I was running lights. And they were in this spot where I didn't really get a chance to run off stage or mess with anything. So I was at front of house. And I didn't really get to talk to them because when they did their load in, they did it when I was kind of wiring stuff. So I didn't really get to interact with them much. I mean passing by of hey, how's it going? Or something like that. But that was it, you know? So I didn't really get to see them or hang out with them or really talk to them that much. Because they weren't the headliner, so they didn't they weren't the first load in, and they also weren't the last band on stage. So by the time the headliner was closed, they were already back on their tour bus. So didn't really get to hang out with them much, but they put on a good show. They were pretty professional, so good on that side. I miss running lights for live music. It just didn't pay enough. So it didn't pay enough, and then COVID kind of kiboshed that for a couple years. But now I have a full-time job, so now I can't go back to it, but I miss it. I got to go all over the East Coast of the US, all over the place. Got to meet a lot of people. One of the coolest ones was Mushroomhead. I was a huge fan of Mushroomhead from the 8th grade on up, pretty much even to now. I haven't listened to their newest album yet though, but I got to work with them, and they were a headliner. So I actually got to interact with them a little bit. I have their set list somewhere in this room. I'm not sure where it's at. From that show, but they were super cool. It was cool that, being a fan of them for so long, I could really time my lights up to their music, but also to actually see them and they were actually super cool was really cool. So that's one of my favorite stories. It's one of my favorite brags, I guess, about doing that. I did it for 3 years. I miss doing it. I really do. Unfortunate. I love their music. Fun fact: the drummer plays with the wide end of the stick. That's interesting. Yeah, they were cool live. I ran the lights and stuff for them. They were fun live. But yeah, I didn't get to interact with them much. Oof, that Slipknot Mushroomhead beef. Yes. that is a thing. Um, but yeah, Mushroom Head was cool. I'm not gonna name any names. So I worked with a couple bands that really kind of ruined their music for me because of their attitudes. Several divas, if that makes any sense. Not divas as in like gender based, but like the I'm better than you because I'm famous attitude. But not gonna name any names. But yeah, so let's talk about this deck real quick. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. That's probably pretty good. It's getting a little late. It's 11:13. I like this deck a lot. We went 1-3. What was our record today? I think it was 1-3. Yep, we went 1-3. Oh, did we not take a game away from Affinity? I thought we did. Was this the Affinity matchup? Is there a way to like scroll through this faster? Okay. I thought we took a game from Affinity, but I guess we didn't. That's weird. I thought we did. O2 versus Affinity. I thought we took a game from them. I really did. But 1-3 is not horrendously bad considering we did take games away from the top decks of the format. Let's talk about what we got going on the deck. I like everything here. There's not a card here I don't like personally. I think Bloom Hulk is one of the weaker cards, but like it's also pretty good. It could be replaced with the boar that Bull was talking about, but it's not bad either. Contagious Vorok is good. Adaptive Spore Singer is good. Both these cards are pretty solid. Lead to Stampede is cool when we get it. I wonder if Winding Way would be better. Over Lead the Stampede. Choose creature or land, reveal top 4 cards. Put all cards. This one's reveal top 5 cards. I was just wondering if it's better just because it costs less mana, but it's probably fine. Sideboard Scattershot Archers. It could be. Yeah, we could definitely bring in Scattershot Archers. But yeah, so I like Iron Apprentice. I think it's good. I think we're at 20 lands. It might be worth going down to 19 lands and bringing in like I don't know what we bring in honestly. Maybe we want to main board some Snakeskin Veils. Maybe that's something we want to do. Well, Winding Way is cheaper and can fix Flood or Drought. I mean, yeah, it could. So yeah, I guess the question is like, do we want to leave the Stampede or Winding Way? We'd have to try it out. Take out Travel Preparations, add in Snakeskin Veil. I do like Travel Preparations though. I am a fan of this card. And I like the plan we had originally with the sideboard of taking out Lead the Stampedes for Snakeskin Veil and Travel. Travel's a good card. But Snakeskin Veil's protection maybe is better. I don't know. We'd have to try it out. I definitely want to play this deck again. This deck is really cool. Sideboard wise, I think we're fine. I definitely think we need to Weather the Storm effect and the side for the burn matchup. Because we can overpower burn. We just gotta like live longer. You know what I mean? Our creatures can outgrow burn spells pretty well. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I really like this deck a lot. That is the thing, is why I chose this deck, was because when I saw it in the deck lists on Discord, I was like, this deck just looks so cool. Like it really does. It just looks really fun. I'm a big fan of +1/+1 counters, like that whole mechanic. So I'm down to clown with this deck for sure. If you take out the Travel Preparations, we can take out the Selesnya Sanctuaries too. I don't know. I have to think about it. Everything else though, I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of Thirsting Roots. Pollen Bright Druid is really good. It's actually funny, was like Thirsting Roots. We have so much Proliferate already. We almost don't even need Thirsting Roots. Like in all honesty, like it has a nice little backup ability to find more land, But like we could probably, I'm gonna go down one land as of right now and just bring in one snakeskin veil just while we're talking. Like thirsting roots can totally probably be cut from the deck, which is so weird to say. But between adaptive spore singers, Vorrock, Bloomhulk, and Pollen Bright, like we were hitting our proliferates a bunch, like a bunch. So there could just be arguments that this is just a 4 of Snakeskin Veil. Thirsting Roots can be dropped for Snakeskin. That's what I feel like, honestly. Like, it really could be. I still like the 1 of ability, though. But it could just be Snakeskin Veil. We could go out Thirsting. Thirsting Roof is for poison decks. Yeah, but I mean, it works well in our deck, too. But we could go out it, and we could just bring in, like... What if we just mainboard a Mass Vandal? How do we feel about that? Just mainboarding a Mass Vandal? Bring in Carnivorous Canopy. Or, hold on, Savage Swipe. Right? Is it Savage Swipe? What's the... Hold on. Mono green. Where are you at? Mono green aggro. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, Savage Swipe. Did I spell that wrong? Maybe we don't want Savage Swipe. We want an effect like Savage Swipe. Where's Mono Green at? Where's Infect? Epic Confrontation. Maybe we want Epic Confrontation over Savage Swipe. We want Ram Through, I think. Put 3 Ram Throughs in the sideboard here. That could work. Smell Fear. Smell Fear. Combos with Dust Shell. Smell Fear. Proliferate. Target creature you control fights up to 1 target creature you don't. Yeah, why don't we run that? It has our Proliferate mechanic built into it. Yeah, let's do that. No, Smell Fear is better. It's sorcery. It is only sorcery. That is true, but... It's got Proliferate, right? I like this. I like this. Fuck it. Let's do one more game. Let's do one more. We gotta remove flame breathers. Totally true. Darius is an insta sorcery. Yeah, it's an insta sorcery. Oh, I'd like to see the cards, please. This is a mulligan. I'm not keeping a 5-land hand. Alright, this is a keep. This is a keep. I'm just going to bottom Bloom Hulk. We'll lead on Rotten Tail. If only. Keep, bottom Bloom Hulk. Let's go. Placid Rotten Tail. Deal to an opponent. Lol stuff. Are you playing fairies? Are you the fairy player? Are you the one we played against with fairies earlier? If I would have known that, I would have played something. I wouldn't have played you. Is that why you were sitting in the queue all alone? It's because people know you're playing fairies. Next step, drop Hulk for... Oh, shoot. That was... Yeah, I actually meant to do that. What's the full name of that card again, Bull? So I can pull it up on Card Hoarder. Actually, I probably should just be able to find it off of that. Off the last name, right? Bannerhide. I found it. Never mind. Found it. Alright. Well, we're definitely not getting a 6 game in. Maybe if... to be that guy. Maybe if there's a donation that comes across, we'll do a 6 game. But for right now... I'm kidding. They'll donate because of that. It's why people rarely play two-man queues. I always play the two-man queues. Two mans and nothing. All right, I wish we had another land. Let's play Servant here. I'm gonna just attack with Dust Shellcrawler. They see you in there, know what you play, and bring an Andy deck to you. True. True. Just to be mean. You want to play faeries, right? Well, here's mono green Tron, boy. Bull. I said no. But I appreciate it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. I meant to block there. I got distracted by the super chat. I meant to block there, but it's alright. It's all good. Oh, I wish you were a land. Yeah, it's okay. Do what you feel like doing. Now we'll play one more. We'll do the swap out and play one more. Yeah, I meant to block with the Rotten Tail there. Sure. They want to kill the Servant. I'm fine with that because I want to move the token anyway. So. So we're going to play another one here. Except they don't have Spell Sitter Sprite. Cool. Cool. You should say one player waiting and not share the other player's name. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, like, if you have, like, if you're wanting to play your buddy or whatever. Sure. Like another land. I mean, if we get another land, I'm just gonna like hold up Dust Shellcrawler. Start trying to pick these faeries off a little bit. I feel like faeries is kind of a bad matchup for us. Oh, we're drawing all of our 3-drops here. It's definitely not good. It's definitely not good. Alright, I'm just not gonna fiddle around with him. Let's bring in the Smell Fears. I like Bloomhawk here just to block them. We can go down the Mass Vandal. And I think we can go down the Travel Preparations here. And let's go down 2 Pollen Brights. Try it like that. We need a common 2 GG Supreme Verdict, right? I'd be down with that. That'd be dope. Nope. Mulligan this. Wow. Alright, well. Probably just gonna bottom Smell Fear and Pollen Druid and just try to lead the Stampede twice. Yeah, not very good. Pick you up. Yield. Yep, I figured Brian Boitano was coming in. Yeah, this is rough. I mean, a mulligan to 4, what do you expect? You know what I mean? It's bound to happen. I could have Spell Pierce, which would be really annoying. Well, let's just try it. Sideboard 4 Gut Shot, 4 Scatter Shot Archers, 4 Twin Silk Spiders, play Fae all day, right? Just bring in the, we'll just kill Fae deck. I'm fine with that. Twin Silk Spider is insane against them. I love it. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to respect the mutagenic growth here. They have another Moon Circuit? Okay. Got a lot of stuff here. I'm going to play Placid Rottentail here. What I'm going to do. You suck. I forgot they had that. I could burn a mutagenic growth here. Oh my god, they are? Really? You really suck. I'm not a fan of our opponent. I think he's rude. Yep. I don't know why I didn't think of that play. But I didn't. It's not a bad little board, though. We've got ourselves here. No blocks. Ooh, what's in their hand then? Try to Adaptive Foresinger here. Hard counterspell? Sure. Placid Rottentail onto you here. Sorry, I talked wife about something from her work. What's good? Board state looks fine. Yeah, currently we're okay, I guess. They're full on gas missing those land drops, probably. Well, ensue the gassing. Okay. No attacks again. Man, I wish Carnivorous Canopy was instant speed. But, hold on. Let's do this correctly here. Come on, no spell pierce. Beautiful on the sprite. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Aha. Gotcha. All right. Can we afford to attack with a 4/4? Probably. They have the mutagen growth on top of it. Whatever. Well, Fairy Seer. Let's see what they scry here. One top, one bottom. Of one mind. I'm like, do we even attack or we just hold back their blockers? You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck it. I'm ready for this game to be over. I just want to get into a fun game. I forgot Placid Tail had Vigilance. We would have been attacking with this Placid Tail if I would have thought about the Vigilance. I did not think about the Vigilance. Yeah, yeah, I keep forgetting about having Vigilance. That is relevant. It's getting late, okay? Bonus down to 6. They snap. Why did you snap pre-combat? Like, why didn't you snap pre-combat? That's so stupid. Like, why did you wait until after the damage went through? In comes in a ninja here. Yep. Iron Apprentice. Bloom Hulk. Start proliferating again. Attack you with a 5/5. It and the 3-drop have vigilance. Dust Shell and Shock have trample. Do we need hexproof now? We have Snakeskin Veil. We just can't draw it, but we have it. Fairy Seer. I like Ledgewalker for the cheese. We could totally cheese in Ledgewalker, 100%. Why don't we play Ledgewalker? Actually, 2 on top. That's scary. Why don't we play Ledgewalker? Honestly, like, why don't we? Ninja again. Maybe remove the Iron Apprentice for Ledgewalker. I don't think we remove Iron Apprentice for Ledgewalker. I think we only want like a 1 or 2 of Ledgewalker. This is relevant if it actually sticks. I didn't think it would. I really didn't think it would. All right. You draw 2 Vorok for 2 Ledgewalker. Well, we're wanting like what, 1 Mass Vandal main board now. We can cut Mass Vandal to run Ledgewalker. I think we only want Ledgewalker as a 2 of. I really don't think we want it more than that. You're not gonna respect the Rotten Tail? They respect the Bloomhog, but not the Rotten Tail. That's interesting. That's very true. It's a dead draw past 2 copies. Yeah. Yeah, I think Ledgewalker is a 2 of. But like also like we totally should play it. You only need 1 of the board to survive and win. Well, we take out the 1 Mass Vandal. It goes back to the sideboard. And I think we trim out a Weather the Storm. I think we run 3 Weather the Storms instead. You make it a 10/10. Right? Can't block. Can't block any flyers. Ninja-ing. Why didn't they... I guess so they could scry. Seems weird. They probably just have a counterspell in hand anyway. You just play the slower version of Boggles or Stompy. Yeah, I mean... I wish you were not what you were. Problem is we're just dead in the air. Like version better suited against enchantment removal. True. The thing is, like with Ledgewalkers, we get enough counters, we move enough counters around that it could just eke in for the last bit of damage. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is like it could just eke in with the right amount of damage. They have another ninja here. It must not if they're willing to just punch in with 2 of them. No, they do have another ninja. Why wouldn't they have 65,000 ninjas? So we need our Bloom. Our Bloom is the only thing that doesn't get countered by Spellstutter Sprite here. $10 says it's a land. It's not a land. Gets Spellstutter sprited really easily though. Oh yeah, you need Bloom. Yeah, Bloom would be good. There's that spell stutter sprite we were talking about. Problem is they got us dead in air here. We'll see what we draw. Placid Trampletail, right? That's what we need. We need a Rancor. Do they just have ninjas for the win here? No? They got Vapor Snag? No, they just have the Fairy Seer instead. We could draw our fight spell. They're going to scry one on top, one on bottom. Well, let's find out. You're lame. All right. Got the crew things ordered. Ledge Walker. Sickening. We took a game from him earlier, so Mass Vandal back over. We'll go down one, weather the storm. Just waiting on card hoarder now. There we go. I hate it does that. Oh, it gets buried. 61 cards in deck. What you gonna cut? Give me a second. I'll figure it out. I like you, Bloomhawk, but I kind of like you a little bit better. We gotta cut one card. I think we can cut. Honestly, allows us to cut travel prep. I still like travel prep though. Still like this card. I don't want to go completely out on it, but yeah, probably. All right. Let's try that. Let's try this. Gotta run. Have a great night. Great stream. Yeah, Lotus, we'll catch you later. Hope you can't speak. Hope you have a great night. It's a great card. I love it too, but going in on one creature. But isn't it up to two creatures? Can't you do it for up to two? This is the mulligan. Also having more lead the Stampede. This is a keep. Keep probably just bottom you. They're on the play. Forest Gingerbrute. Could just play Gingerbrute too. Our mirror. It'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Rotten Tail. Pass. Next turn we go Iron Apprentice, Selesnya Sanctuary, and then Ledgewalker. Maybe we just play Ledgewalker next, and then we can Iron Apprentice. Green black. Okay. So we're against the cat gates. Well, we're assuming cat gates. We're getting some kind of cat variation here. Yeah, I'm probably going to Ledge Walker next turn and then Iron Apprentice. We could quit drawing lands at any fucking time. I cannot believe how much we flood with this deck. It only has 19 lands. AKA Meow Mix. I like that. Start calling it Meow Mix. Cat food. I mean, yeah, they get their Cauldron Familiar back, but Placid Rottentail has some important side information to it that makes it relevant. Or they have Chainer's Edict here. That would be pretty brutal for sure. And I'm not blocking Ginger Brute anyway, so doesn't matter. I guess it depends on what you draw. I might just Placid Rottentail the Ledgewalker this turn. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna Placid Rottentail this turn. And just hope they don't have a Chainer's Edict. Then next turn we can go Iron Apprentice into Vorok. Create a bunch of big cards. You know what we could put in this deck too? Colony Garden. Colony Garden, or however you say it. Like, honestly, like, think about it. We totally could. We go, oh, cool, Mushroom Dogs. That's cool. Sick. All right, I'm going to respect these dogs. I mean, they can only do it once, and it's per... It's only sorcery, but... I know, you can do it as many times as you want, I guess. Double dogs. I double dog dare ya. Tag you with a 4/4. But yeah, we could, if we take out the like sanctuaries, we could totally put gardens in the deck. Garden could be a good turn one play too. Then it's not really lemongrass. Kind of loses its fun, flavorful name. Cloakwood Swarmkeeper. That's wild. Hopefully this Lead the Stampede will be kind of crazy. It's kind of why I think we can still be Lemongrass with Abundant Growth and Journey or something. Play another Iron Apprentice. Lead the Stampede. Let's hit some gas here. Sure. Okay. So we can... Yeah, we got the crew shock. Um... I hate how it doesn't, like, read you what the abilities do. Hey, scoop it. I need to actually read. Discard this card, put 2+1/+1 counters on one target creature. Can you do that at instant speed? I feel like you probably can. Scavenge, exile a card from graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter equal to this card's power. Okay. Alright. Needed to double check what's going on here. Fairy Macabre obviously comes in. Mass Vandal can come in. And then I don't really care about anything else, really. We can go down Travel Prep. We can go down... I'm going to go down Contagious Rock. And let's go down... 1, Lead the Stampede. And 2, Pollen Bright Druids. Let's do that. Okay. It's not a bad hand. I'll keep it. I wish one of you were a Rotten Tail instead, but it is what it is. Turn 1, Servant. Turn 2, Pollen Bright. Or no, maybe Iron Apprentice. And then try to proliferate with them. Many Partings. Okay, cool. I like that card. I don't like that food token, though. I like the more, like, food-looking ones, personally. Yeah, just run out Iron Apprentice and pass. We'll lead on Servant, the scale next turn. Cloakwood Swarmkeeper. Pretty good. Cool. Snakeskin Bill's a good draw. We just pass and we can pump fake with Snakeskin Veil. The cat's not worth blocking though at all because of the food token. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely not now. I didn't realize they're going to run Infiltrator. That's kind of scary. Can we outgrow it? That's the better question. Probably not. It's already a 4/3. Gross. Okay. Rotten Tail, you're a little late to the party, my friend. Going to Proliferate here. I'm gonna go ahead and play Rotten Tail. I'm not going to. We might be able to like trick some damage and then make Pollen Druid bigger. We can smell the fear. We can smell Fear It or Lemongrass Running Journey. We can smell Fear It. Yes, smell Fear is definitely a thing. We don't have it in our main deck though, which sucks, but Cloakwood's growing. They have double Infiltrator, which sucks, but another Cauldron Familiar, sure. This board's getting pretty good, but might be able to outgrow it. See what they do here. Yeah, they knew better about that, didn't they? Cauldron Familiar can come through. Don't tell me you have mutagenic growth. That'd be a wild card for them to have. Now we get a 4/4 on top of that. Alright. So they can't do anything else this turn. Get another Rotten Tail, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna lead with lead the Stampede first. It's a lot of good cards. Cool deck. Our opponent likes our deck. Let's... I kind of like just Iron Apprentice here. Let's Iron Apprentice here and pass. Our opponent's down to 1 card in hand. Now up to 2. We can banner. We can do the Crew Shock this turn and Dust Shell Crawler. I'm fine with taking 2 from the Cauldron's Familiars here. Dust Shell Crawler. Put a counter on it. I like putting it on the Iron Apprentice here. Honestly. This is the only attack I like here. So they can sacrifice the food in response. Five, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 5, 6. We're 1 away. If they attack with a cat, I'm actually fine with chumping here. 1 more scavenge, big brain late gameplay, right? Play the Rotten Tail. Play the Rotten Tail. Do I attack here? I'm gonna attack with the Iron Apprentice. 1 more land draw, lol. Right, we got it. They're gonna double block with Cauldron's Familiar here. Okay. Take one. They can bring it back here. Grows the Infiltrator, but just slightly. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So yeah, we can scavenge the Banner Hide here. Probably put it on the Blight Druid, Pollen Druid. Let's put it on like Scales or Apprentice. That way we can move them around. I'd be really shocked if they have like a. I'd be really shocked if they have like a exile artifact other than just destroy artifact. There's the Ginger Brute. You're getting in with the Gingy, huh? The cool thing is we can just start attacking, like attacking with Placid Rottentail because we have no. There's no reason for us not to. You know what I mean? Can we scavenge at instant speed? No. It's not highlighting in the graveyard. That's a wicked good draw. Boom! A 7/7. That's what's up. So if we Alpha Strike, they don't die, right? I don't have a reason not to attack with Servant of the Scales. Just because we can move its counters around too. Now we got to activate Fairy Macabre in response to Ginger Root here. Terrible. Terrible choices to block. I mean, I guess everything else has trample, right? But like, oof. There it is. Nope. Goodbye, Cauldron Familiar. I mean, their Gixian Infiltrator's now 4/3, but they're in top deck mode, and they have no more cats. That's probably game. I don't know. They could get something to dig themselves out of this, like Limb Boss. It's a good card. I'm going to Placid Rottentail probably on Pollen Bright Drew. And probably not. Probably just on Servant of the Scale. That's it. They scoop it up. All right, that's going to be the last game. It's past midnight. Yeah, Banner Hide's better than Bloom Hulk. I definitely like it better. I like Ledgewalker as a 2-of in the deck. I still kind of like Travel. I do think Garden should be in the deck, though. I do think we want some Gardens here. If we go out the Silesia Sanctuaries, go out the Travel Preparations. I still like Travel Preparations, though. I want that to be said. I want that to be known. I think Travel Preparations is a good card. We could just go up Ledgewalkers. Right? Like, why not? Just go up another Ledgewalker. Or we could put a Smell Fear in the deck. Agreed with all of this. We could put in a Smell Fear in the deck. That could be fun. And then in the sideboard we could go up a Carnivorous Canopy. Go back up to 3. Run just a 1-of Smell Fear as like a just weird like out card. Yeah, I like this. I like what I see. I think the gardens would be a good addition to the deck. Gives us an extra blocker, gives us another target to put tokens onto. You know, it's an excellent late draw. It could be a good late draw. Are you talking about Smell Fear? Or are you talking about gardens? Garden could be okay late, especially if we have like Placid Rottentail or something in the grave. Smell Fear. Yeah, Smell Fear could be a good late draw. Yeah, I like this deck a lot. This deck's really fun. We went 2 and 4 though for the night, but making some changes along the way, learning better play lines and stuff. 19 land still feels kind of high, but we do have this Banner Hide. You know what I mean? Us not really having real draw over Lead the Stampede. Other than Lead the Stampede, kind of is stinky, but Lead the Stampede is pretty strong. There's an argument too. We could just take Smell Fear back into the sideboard and put in Winding Way. That's another thing we could do. But I'm pretty content with our deck list the way it is right now. I like this a lot. I'll update the deck on Discord. Yeah, I need to update the deck on Moxfield. I never like update the decks after we change them on Moxfield, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna have to bounce. It's late. Thank you, Bull, for the donation. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. If anybody watching wants to support the channel even further than just watching the videos, you can consider subscribing. Having the notifications turned on will let you be notified anytime I go live. Great stream, bro. Thank you, Raging Bull. I super appreciate that. Let you know anytime I go live. Liking the content, sharing it, commenting also goes a long way. You can support the channel even further by becoming a member. There's a link in the description down below to become a member. $1 a month gets you access to the community Discord server, along with the custom emotes, your name at the beginning and the end of the credit scroll, your name highlights in green in chat, and you get a little badge icon next to your name as well. So there's a lot going on for $1, and it's a great way to support the channel. So, but it has been a long stream. We've hit the 3-hour mark, so one of the longest streams I've done in a while. So it was a fun one though. This deck's really sweet. I like this deck a lot. We did take some games against tier 1 decks, so like that's really cool. So yeah, really enjoy this game. I mean, really enjoy this deck. Obviously I like the game, but hope everybody has a wonderful night, and I'll catch you all tomorrow in like 10 hours or so. So I have no clue what I'm playing tomorrow. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. See ya.